So in this video, we will learn how to add multi-currency payment details to Google Sheet. Now suppose guys you are collecting payments from your customers in multiple currencies using Pabbly subscription billing, and you want to add those payment details from multiple currencies into their respective Google Sheets. So let me tell you, you can completely automate this process. So the trigger of this automation will be receiving payments in multiple currencies from Pabbly subscription billing, and the action will be addition of these payment details as a new row into a Google Sheets. Now guys, how you can set up this automation? To know this, you have to come with me to my screen.
So first of all, we will go to a browser and search for pabbly.com/connect. And after reaching to the landing page of Pabbly Connect, by clicking on sign up free, you can create your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. Or if you already have an account, just click on sign in. So I will sign into my own Pabbly Connect account. And after signing in, just click on this Access Now button below Pabbly Connect. And after that, we can see we have reached to Pabbly Connect's dashboard. In this dashboard, just click on Create Workflow and give this workflow a name. For example, I'll name my workflow as Pabbly Subscription Billing to Google Sheets. And then just click on Create. Now we can see that our workflow is open over here. And in this workflow, we have two different windows. First one is trigger window, second one is action window. So triggers and actions are basically those two concepts, those two principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's begin with our trigger window. So the idea here is in Pabbly subscription billing, we have created multi-currency accounts in Pabbly subscription billing for a product. For example, let's take an example of a PHP course which I'm selling and using Pabbly subscription billing to sell the product and collect the payments. So I have created that product. I have created multiple currency accounts in Pabbly subscription billing. So first we have to connect all of those accounts with this workflow in Pabbly Connect. So we will be connecting the US dollar account as well with Pabbly Connect. So if we get the payment in US dollars, the details of that payment should be captured in our workflow in Pabbly Connect. Then we will connect other currency accounts. For example, INR, I'm collecting payments in INR as well. So I will connect the INR account as well. Then the British pound account as well. So in this way, we are taking example of these three currencies. US dollar, Indian rupees and British pound. So we will first connect all of those accounts with Pabbly Connect. Then we will make a test purchase, a dummy purchase, and we will make a payment. And then we will see that the details of that new purchase of the successful payment will be captured from Pabbly subscription billing to Pabbly Connect workflow. And in this workflow, after receiving that data, using Pabbly Connect, we will send that data to Google Sheet in such a way that the details, or if the payment is done in US dollars, the details of that payment will be going to a specific Google Sheet. Then if we receive the payment in Indian rupees, then the details of that payment will go to a specific sheet of Indian rupees. And if we receive the payment in British pound, the details of that payment will go to a separate sheet for British pound. So in this way, we will create this automation. Let's begin. So here in trigger window in choose app, we will search for Pabbly subscription billing. Just select it. And after that, in trigger event from the drop down, we have to select successful payment because we want to get the details of successful payment which we receive in Pabbly subscription billing in Pabbly Connect. After selecting a trigger event, Pabbly Connect gave us a webhook URL. Now we will use this webhook URL to connect all of our currency account in Pabbly subscription billing with Pabbly Connect so that we can receive the successful payment details from all the accounts. Just copy this webhook URL from here and follow the help text given below over here. So guys, to add this webhook URL, we will be adding this webhook URL one by one in all the accounts. So let's go to the dashboard, and this is my primary Pabbly subscription billing account. So here we'll go to products, and for this product, PHP for beginners, we'll be using this product in this video. So you can see in this account, in my primary account, I'm taking payment in US dollar. So the price of this product is 250 US dollars. Now let's add the webhook URL and connect this US dollar account, our primary Pabbly subscription billing account with Pabbly Connect. Now to do so, we'll click on the settings option on the left side, and then here we will go to webhooks. So here in all settings section, we have an option named as webhook. Click on it. After that, you can see all the webhook URLs which we have added in our Pabbly subscription billing account can be seen over here. So let's click on this add webhook button. Then let's give this webhook URL a name. So for example, PHP course to Pabbly USD. So I have just given a random name to this webhook URL. Then it is asking us to select the product, that the details of which product we want Pabbly subscription billing to send to Pabbly Connect. So in the drop down below, you can see a list of all the products which you have created in your Pabbly subscription billing account over here. So out of which in this video, we are just using this PHP for beginners product, this course. So I will select this product. If you want to get the details or set up this automation for multiple products, you can select it from here. Then after that, it is asking us to select the plan. So right now I have only one plan, that is PHP course module over here for this product. So I'll just select it. Then it is asking us for the webhook URL. So here in webhook URL section, we have to paste the same webhook URL which we have copied from Pabbly Connect. Just copy this webhook URL and paste it over here. Then we will scroll down and here we have to select the event. So here in event section, we will scroll down and come to payments and select successful payment over here. So I want that only the successful payment details. So if the payment is successful, then only the details of this product or this payment should be sent to Pabbly Connect. So we have selected this. After that, just scroll down and click on save. So right now we can see that we have successfully added and connected this subscription billing, Pabbly subscription billing account with Pabbly Connect. Now, if we receive a new payment, a new sale of this product in our US dollar, this primary account, the details of that sale will be sent to Pabbly Connect. Then after that, we have done with US dollars. So after this, guys, we have to add this same webhook URL, follow the same process for other currency accounts as well. So let's switch our currency account. So from the left side, click on settings, click on multi-currency. So as you can see, right now we are in our US dollar account. Let's switch to INR account, click on login. So in this account, I am collecting payments in Indian rupees for the same product. Let's go to products and you can see the same PHP codes product over here. The INR price of this product is 19,999 rupees. So we will be adding this same webhook URL. We will be using this same webhook URL to connect our INR account with Pabbly Connect as well. So we will just go to settings once again, go to webhooks, and we will be adding this webhook URL over here. So we will be name it as goes to Pabbly INR. PHP goes to Pabbly INR. Just from the drop down, select your product whose detail you want to send, select the plan and the webhook URL. So we will be pasting this same webhook URL over here once again, but this time in our INR account. Scroll down, select the same payment event, that successful payment, and click on save. So once again, we have connected our INR account, the account in which we are getting or collecting the payments in INR. We have connected that account with Pabbly Connect as well. Now let's go back to settings, back to multi-currency, and now we want to connect our British pound account. So just log into this account of ours and once again follow the same process. So no matter how many currency accounts you have, you can follow the same process as well. So here also you can see the same product, PHP course, and in pounds, the value of this product is 50 pounds. So here we just have to add the webhook URL, click on settings, webhooks, and let's add the webhook to Pabbly. Let's select the same product, same plan, and let's paste the webhook URL. So we will paste the same webhook URL once again over here. Scroll down, select the same event, successful payment, and click on save. So in this way, guys, the same webhook URL which Pabbly Connect gave us in the workflow, we have connected all the currency accounts of our Pabbly subscription billing with the Pabbly Connect using the same webhook URL. Now, no matter in which currency account we get the payment for this product, the details of that payment will be captured in Pabbly Connect in the same workflow. And now we are going to do the same. What we are going to do, we are going to make a test purchase, a test payment. So let's go to products. So here we are in the British pound page. Let's click on this checkout button. And in a new tab, we will see the checkout page of this product will open in front of us. Let's enter the details of a dummy customer and make the payment. For example, this is the dummy name of the person. Let's make a dummy email address as well, or dummy mobile number. And let's enter the dummy address as well. City, for example, London. I don't know the zip code of London, so a random zip code. Then let's select the country, that is United Kingdoms. Let me select from the drop down, United Kingdom. And then in state, for example, let's search for the London. Do we have any state over there like that? I'm not aware of that. London city. Okay, so after selecting or entering the details of a dummy customer over here, we'll be using the test card to make this test payment. Just select this your test card number for success and click on complete order. So now guys, we can see that just now we made a test purchase, a dummy purchase after connecting all our currency accounts of Pabbly subscription billing with Pabbly Connect. And after making this purchase, we will see that the details of this successful payment will be collected, or the response of this successful payment will be received in Pabbly Connect workflow. And yes, here in Pabbly Connect, we can see we have received the response. And when we will scroll down to this response, we will see some details of this payment as well. So let's just scroll down and see what are the details we have. So we have the date and time, that at what date and time this payment was paid. So we have the transaction created date and time. Then after that we will scroll, we have the transaction type, that is purchase, transaction status, that is succeeded. Then we will scroll down. We also have the transaction ID. Let's scroll down. We have the total amount for which the customer make the payment. So guys, the amount, you can see that here the amount is showing 5,000, but we made the payment for 50 pounds. Now this is because guys, while sending the data, it does not support the decimal value. So that is why the decimal is eliminated from here, and we have received the complete amount or the complete number without the decimal. That's why it is showing us 5,000. After that, we have the currency code. So currency code, basically in which currency we have received the point. And we will be using this currency code guys to segregate that in which sheet this data of the payment should be stored, whether in the US dollar sheet, the INR sheet, or the British pound sheet. Then we will scroll down, we will find some other details as well as the details of the customer who made the payment. So as you can see, we have the name of the customer, dummy name, same name which we have entered while making the test payment. We also have the email address which the customer has entered on the checkout page. We have the card details and the address of the customer who made the payment. Again, we will scroll down and we will see some other details like that only. So here guys, the step 1 of setting up this automation is completed. We have successfully connected all of our currency accounts of Pabbly subscription billing with Pabbly Connect. Now, no matter in which account, in which currency we get the payment, we will get the details or the responses of that payment in Pabbly Connect. Now, let's send these payment details to their respective Google Sheet. Now, for that, we will scroll down and come to our action window. And here in Choose App, we will search for Google Sheets. Select Google Sheets over here. After that, in action event from the drop down, select add new row. Click on connect and select add new connection. So here guys, we have to connect our Google Sheets account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, just click on connect with Google Sheets and then select your Google Sheets account. After that, just scroll down and click on continue. And that is it. We have successfully connected our Google Sheets account with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, the next thing it asks us to select the spreadsheet. So in the drop-down below, we can see a list of all the spreadsheets which we have created in our Google Sheets account can be seen over here. Now guys, the spreadsheet in which I want to add the payment details is named as PHP course payment details. So we have selected a product that was PHP course, and I want to add the payment details of that particular product in this spreadsheet. And in this sheet, I have created different sheets for different currencies. So like for INR, I have this sheet. So all the details, all the payments which I receive in Indian rupees, I want to add those payment details in this particular sheet. Then for US dollar, I have a different sheet. And also for the British pound, I have the other different sheet. So I want to add the payment details in this way in their respective sheets. So first, let's select the spreadsheet, PHP course payment details. So we will select this spreadsheet in the select spreadsheet section. Then after that, it is asking us to select the sheet. Now guys, the name of the sheet in which the payment details are going to be depends on in which currency format or in which currency we are getting the payments from the customers. So guys, what we are going to do, we are just going to turn on this mapping button in front of select sheet. Just turn it on and just clear this response. And guys, as you will notice, I have named the sheet in the currency code. So for the Indian rupees, I have selected INR. I have named this sheet of Indian rupees as INR. I have named this sheet of US dollar as USD. And for this pound sheet, I have named it as GBP. So guys, I have named this sheet with their currency code. Now what we are going to do, from Pabbly subscription billing, we have received a response of currency code as well, that in which currency we have received the payment from the customer. So let's search for that response, and this is it. Now what we are going to do, we are going to map this response of currency code over here in this select sheet section. And guys, the process of mapping is very simple. Simply click on this field, and in the drop down below, we can see a list of all the responses which we have received from Pabbly subscription billing of a successful payment can be seen over here. And out of all of these responses, select the response of currency code. So we'll just scroll down, and this is the response of transaction currency code. Just select it and map it. So no matter in which currency the customer makes the payment, whatever response we'll get for the currency, the payment currency, that response will be received in Pabbly Connect, and from there the same code will be selected, the same sheet will be selected over here in this Google Sheet step. So in this way, we can make this select sheet step as a dynamic one. So if we get the payment in Indian rupees in INR, the currency code is INR, and the INR will be mapped or entered over here in select sheet. And the payment which we receive in Indian currency will be added in this INR sheet as well. So right now we made the test payment in pounds, so that's why we received the currency code of pounds, that was GBP, and we have mapped it over here in the select sheet section. Now to do so guys, just ensure that no matter in which currency you are taking the payment details, if you want to add or create these kind of dedicated sheet, just name your sheet in your Google spreadsheet with the currency code as it is without any mistake. After that, I have also created some columns of data, and we can see a list of all the columns which we have created as fields over here in Pabbly Connect workflow. So here in this first field in Google Sheet, I wanted to add the transaction ID of this transaction. So we have received the transaction ID of the payment which we have received from Pabbly subscription billing over here. So in these responses, we have a unique response for this purchase, that was the transaction token. Okay, this is the transaction token. So what we are going to do, we are going to map this transaction token over here in this field of transaction ID. And as you all saw, the process of mapping is very simple. Simply click on this field, and from the drop down below, select the response of transaction token, this is it, and select it, and it will be mapped. So in this way, we have mapped the transaction ID. Then it is asking us for the transaction date time. So we have received the date and time for the transaction as well from Pabbly subscription billing. This is the transaction created date and time. So we will map this same date and time over here in this field. Just click here, and from the drop down, select the response of transaction created at, and it is mapped. Now let's map the amount. So we have received the amount. Let's check for the response of amount. So we have received the amount in various formats. So here without the decimal supported value, but this response of data amount shows the correct value. So just select this amount and map it. Then it is asking us for the currency. So once again, we will map the currency code over here in this currency section. So we have received the response of currency code. Just select it and map it. Now let's enter the details of the customer who made the payment. So at last, we have received the details of the customer who made the payment. Like we have data customer first name. So here the first field of customer is customer name. Just select the first name and map it. Then after that, just enter a space, and from the drop down, we have to map the last name after that. So after entering the space after first name, select the last name, and we have mapped the first name and last name, both of them in the same field. Now let's map the customer's mobile number. So from the drop down, search for the response of mobile number. Let's search for it. Okay, so we have the response of mobile number. Okay, so let's search it over here. Okay, so this is the customer phone number, data customer phone. Just select it and map it. Now let's search for email and map the email address of the customer, data customer email, map it, and at last the address. So we have received the address in multiple steps, like the address line 1, address line 2, and all of that. So first map the address line 1, add a comma after that. Then we will be mapping the address line 2. Let's search once again for address. So we have mapped the line 1. Then street, we don't have address line 2. So let's select the city after that. Let's map the country. Let's search for address. And from the below responses, select and map the country. So we have the city. You can basically map the state as well. Let's map the state. Let's search for country now, which country it is. Okay, so we have the country and at last map the zip code. So from the drop down, once again, just search for address and map the zip code as well. So in this way, you can basically map multiple data, multiple responses in the same field if you want. So in this video, I have just taken some random dummy data as well. So if you want to use these kind of data, these kind of details or add it into the Google Sheet, you can do it, or you can basically choose any data from the responses which we receive from Pabbly subscription billing. So after mapping all of this data of the payment which we have received in our Pabbly subscription billing account or from Pabbly subscription billing account in Pabbly Connect, just click on Save and Send Test Request. And after clicking on Save and Send Test Request, we can see that we have received a response over here. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the data which we have mapped over here of a successful payment is now added in their respective sheet. So we have received the data in British pound and this data, this payment details will be added into the British pound sheet. So let's check. We'll go to a Google Sheet and yes guys, here in our British pound sheet, you can see that the details of this payment is now added. So we have the transaction ID, date and time, amount and the currency of the transaction, the name of the customer who made the payment, the mobile number of the customer, the email address of the customer and also the address of the customer who made the payment. So in this way guys, basically we have successfully created this automation using which we can collect payments in multiple currency from Pabbly subscription billing, send that data to Pabbly Connect and then automate a complete process that no matter in what currency we receive the payment in Pabbly subscription billing, we can add those payment details into their respective sheet using a single workflow in Pabbly Connect. Now guys, after setting up this automation, let's test this automation once for all the currency formats. So I will go to my Pabbly subscription billing account. So right now we made the test payment of our pounds in pounds. So right now let me just switch my account and go to the Indian rupees. So this is my INR account. Just log into our INR account and let's select the same product. So we have this product, PHP course module. Just click on this checkout button and in a new tab, we can see the checkout page in Indian rupees. Let's enter the details. For example, test name is the name of the customer. Just a second, test name. Let's enter the email address as well. For example, this is the dummy email address of this customer. A dummy mobile number. And a billing address. For example, city for this time, let's select Delhi. Zip. Country as India, select the state as Delhi and use the successful test card number and click on complete order. And yes, just now we made another test payment in Indian rupees and we will see that as we make this payment, instantly, automatically the details of this payment will be added into a Google Sheet into the respective sheet. So we have this sheet for Indian rupees and yes guys, here you can see that the details of the same payment, same amount, same customer name, same mobile number, the details of the same payment is added to the sheet of Indian rupees. Now let's once again for the last time check it for the US dollar as well. We will switch our account to US dollar account, US dollar currency account. Let's switch it. Let's go to product section, select this product and open the checkout page in a new tab. So we have this US dollar checkout page of the same product. So let's name this person as, for example, admin name, a random name guys. And a random mobile number. Let's enter some other details. City, for example, New York. New York. I don't know the zip code of New York, so I'll just enter 0. The country is United States. United States. And select the states. So let's search for New York. Yes, New York. Select the successful card details, test card details, and check out now. So once again, we made the payment for a successful payment in US dollars, and we will see that the details of that payment will be added in our Google Sheet in the US dollars particular sheet. And we can see that the automation, the workflow which we have created in this video is working perfectly fine. Now let's get back to Pabbly Connect guys and understand in brief that what are the steps we followed to set up this automation. So first guys, we have connected all our currency accounts from Pabbly subscription billing with Pabbly Connect using the webhook URL. Then we made a test payment in one of our account and received the payment details in Pabbly Connect. Then we have sent those payment details to Google Sheet and mapped the currency code we have used in this video, use the currency code as the name of the sheet in Google Sheet. In Google Spreadsheet, we have created separate sheet by the name of the currency code. And we have mapped that currency code in the select sheet section of the Google Sheet Actions tab. And in this way, in no matter in what currency format we receive or in what currency we get the payment details, the details of the payment are added into the respective sheets only. So not just these applications, you can basically connect plenty of other applications using Pabbly Connect. And guys, one more important thing, you will find the clone link of the same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can clone the same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and use this workflow for free.
If you need any kind of help or have any queries, you can ask them on forum.pabbly.com and you can check Pabbly Connect's pricing at this link. So if this video was helpful to you, you can like this video, don't forget to share it with others, and to keep getting such content on automation and integration, you can subscribe to Pabbly. Thank you, have a nice day.